Well, it looks like you're making some money now from your streaming/content creation. Maybe it's time to upgrade. You have a decent camera and a decent lighting setup. You have a capture card to capture all that awesome gameplay. Hell, you're now using a USB microphone instead of using your old gaming headset microphone. So what? Do you upgrade the camera? Or maybe you upgrade the user's listening experience. Audio-technica AT2020 Cardroid condenser microphone. Alright, it's that time, we gotta do shameless plugs. If you want to see this microphone in action, and by see I mean here, then you should probably check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/marvellousjarvis. Also, we have merch.streamelements.com/marvellousjarvis, and also I have a Patreon. Yes, a Patreon where I give you my line art work for whenever I do a drawing, so you should probably check that out. There's lots of tier rewards, including getting your name in the video, so check it out. Now, on to the review. I've been using the Blue Snowball now for many number of years. In fact, it was probably one of the first purchases I brought for this YouTube channel. Now, I did have plans to upgrade this in the future, but really the only thing I did upgrade for my audio setup was a pop filter and a boom arm. The main reasons for these two purchases was for my live streaming, because you see, when I make YouTube videos, I can record it in Audacity and do a lot of post-production stuff there, editing. With live streaming, I didn't really have that luxury, so in order to make my life a lot easier, I bought the boom arm and mic, and this setup has lasted me for a very long time. And it's been very good for a very long time. So why did I finally upgrade? Well, I wasn't going to, but you see, a while back it was my 30th birthday, and my loving parents decided that I should get a new microphone. See, the problem with this microphone is it doesn't come with a cable, and you need an audio interface/mixer board to actually interact it with the computer. The mixer board I decided to go with was a Go XLR Mini, and mixer boards and audio interfaces do have an effect on the quality and the sound from your microphone. So when you're hearing this, you need to take into consideration that this microphone is paired with a Go XLR Mini, and you might be using a different audio interface/mixer board, and that's going to change how this sounds. So going on forward, the sounds that are being produced is through a microphone that I'm reviewing today and the Go XLR Mini. I will go into more details about the Go XLR Mini in a separate video when I finally come around to make it. But if I've already made it, then probably check the links in the video description below. Let's move on to the packaging, shall we? And this is the box that the microphone and its accessories come in. If we open it up, this is where the microphone would be cushioned with this nice foam padding, and this is where the accessories and instruction manuals would be. Why is none of that in here now? Well, that's because I'm currently using the microphone, not the stand connector that it comes with, but I'll get into that later on in the video. The microphone itself is very nice. It is a condenser microphone, which means it captures a large range of frequencies and has a good transistor response, which is the ability to reproduce the speed of the instrument or voice. Thank you, Google, for that one. Downside is it does require external power. 48 voltage is what my audio/mixer interface is doing, as well as I have to up the gain slightly in the software. You can see the video being played now of how my microphone is set up in the Go XLR software. You will now be able to hear the difference between my Blue Snowball old setup with my new current setup. Hello, this is just a test of the Blue Snowball. Just test. Hello, this is just a test of the Audio-2020. Just a test. The design of the mic is very nice. It's very well crafted, very well built, very sturdy. It feels like it's going to last a very long time. So even if I do want to upgrade the mic, I will be able to sell this on for a decent price. Now, having said that, I've only been using this mic for over 2 weeks, so take that into consideration, but I believe that this is a very sturdy and will last a very long time. Now, I mentioned before that I wasn't currently using the stand connector that came with the product. That's because I've been using this shock mount that my parents lovingly gave to me as well. It's doing its job admirably well, easy to connect to. I would recommend getting one of these shock mounts. It does come with a small pop filter, but it's so small in comparison to the one I'm currently using that I saw no reason to use it. But I would recommend the shock mount with the microphone, rather than the stand connector that came with it. I guess it's time to elaborate more on the reason why I was so hesitant to actually pick up the mic in the first place. You see, in order to use this microphone, you have to have an audio interface / mixer and buy a cable for it and buy a stand for it. Now, if you want a decent sound from this microphone, you need to get a decent audio interface / mixer board. That's why I went for the Go XLR Mini. If you want a decent one, you're probably spending more than the mic itself. I spent double the mic itself. I think the current value is actually a lot more than what I paid for the Go XLR Mini, but I spent about double than what the value of the microphone was. On top of that, you're probably going to need a pop filter and a stand for it, and also I recommend the shock mount, so you're probably looking at, in total, £280, £270, which seems like a lot. But if you're thinking about upgrading your video side of things, the actual image, well, from a webcam to a digital SLR or a mirrorless digital SLR, you're probably looking at £400. And on top of that, if you want the higher frame rates, because I know Canon now do it where you can plug it into your computer and get around about 27 frames per second, but if you want those full 60 frames per second, you're going to need to get a separate capture card. You can get like an Elgato Camlink, which is essentially just another capture card just without the second HDMI port. But still, you're looking at a range of 400 to 500 and going upwards even more if you want even more cameras. So really, a £200 upgrade, £280 upgrade. And sometimes we neglect the audio of our productions, of our videos, because the audio is just as important as the visuals going on around you. This makes up 50% of the content they're going to consume from a video. The visuals do 50%, this is another 50%. So while it might seem expensive to upgrade this, and it was one of the reasons why I was a bit hesitant, it's still worth it in the end. And also, a lot of this stuff you can use with other mics. So if I ever want to upgrade to a slightly more powerful microphone, I can do, and I'm only upgrading the microphone and I can leave everything else. This gets my Marvellous seal of approval. What the fuck is the Marvellous seal of approval? I don't know, but it's a good mic. Now, if you like the video, please leave a like, and if you dislike the video, please feel free to dislike the shit out of this video. And comment below on what mic you're currently using, because apparently engagement is good for the channel. Or so I've been told, and check out these other videos. They look decent enough.